What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to today's video. Today is super exciting because I have this beautiful box right here, and inside of this box is the absolute best musky reel that you can use. Getting more into musky fishing, last year I talked a lot about it, and I said, you know, I wasn't ready, and I finally decided this winter that I was going to save a couple pennies and I was going to go for it. This is the best Shimano musky reel that you can pretty much get. Shimano Tranx 400 HG, and this is a right-handed reel, and it's also the high-speed reel. Basically, I was thinking they've got a high speed and a low speed, and I went ahead and got the high speed just because if I need to go slower, I can always reel slower. Can't always speed up. It's kind of difficult to do that sometimes. I'm going to do a little unboxing here for you, show you what this beautiful thing looks like. Got all kinds of stuff in there, some paperwork. It looks like there's a little bit of oil and maybe some brakes or something like that. If you need to change them, I doubt you ever will, but here it is. Beautiful reel. Super excited about this thing. Love the little power handle here. The power handle does not come standard on the, slow gear ratio. This is a 7.6 core protector. Pretty excited about this. The only bad thing about this is that, as you can see right there, is this one lever, and that lever will take this plate off. So if you accidentally hit that or you bump it, you could lose your plate into the water. So got a little trick. I'm going to tie some line around there to make sure that doesn't come apart, but pretty excited about this. This musky reel is going to be a game changer. I'm pretty excited about it. Last year we got into a few fish. I'll show you a couple of those on the screen now, but I'm pretty excited about this guy. I think it will really help be able to cast farther. Last year all I was able to do was do some trolling, and the reason you could only troll is because I couldn't cast far enough, because when the fish were finally seeing the bait, because I was using giant bucktails, when they would see the bait it was just too late. And figure eighting with a short rod's no good, so we went ahead and upgraded the rods as well. This is a St. Croix rod. Show you like this. This is a Premier Musky style rod. Pretty excited about it. Awesome cork. It's pretty long. It's 8 foot 6 inches, so it's not the super long ones, but it's a medium heavy, so it's going to throw anything from 3/4 ounces up to 3 ounces, which I think will cover most of my bases because 90% of what I throw is bucktails. Pretty excited about that. We're going to get it lined up and rigged up, and then we're going to start fishing for a little bit. But I just want to show you what the ultimate musky setup is for a beginner. Going to go ahead and get it rigged up here. The best part about this whole combo is that St. Croix is not a cheap pole, and so the weight balance, even though you've got a huge reel and a huge rod, it still feels nice. This thing is awesome. Check that out. That is sweet. Really excited with this thing. We're going to line it now, and the key to lining this thing is that because it does not have any holes to tie some line through there, you're going to need some monofilament. I'm just going to use 10 pound. That's what I had, preferably 12 or 14 as some backing. And then if you really want to get into musky fishing, you got to get this Suffix 832. This is the best stuff. I recommend 50 to 65 pounds if you're fishing for your average musky. If you're looking for Nessie or the biggest one out there, you may want to upgrade a little bit, but for now we're gonna do some 65-pound braid, and that should work good. All right, we're just putting on some backing now. Probably gonna put on, I don't know, 50 cranks maybe, somewhere in there. Try to keep it in the center the best you can, and then we will start putting on the braid. If you ever get into your backing, that's an issue. So I'm going to start with that. Worst case, I got to pull all the braided line back off. Hopefully I never have to do that, but if for some reason I do, at least we'll know how much backing needs to go on there. I don't want to have too much backing on there. Too much backing is never a good thing. You put too much on and then you get a big enough fish and just bad things happen. So we're going to try to tie a knot here that works good, and again, just a couple slip knots is really all you need. Alright, I'm sure the sun is to the back of me now. I'm going to put my line on here as much as I can possibly fit, and then I'm going to go out to the main lake and try to stretch it. There it is in all of her glory. Spooled up with a 65-pound braid. Pretty excited about this thing. Got a big bucktail on there. Now what I'm gonna do now, I probably won't show it on camera much, but I'm gonna go somewhere out in deep water. I'm gonna throw this bucktail as far behind the boat as I can, drive off, and then I'm gonna try to tighten this because this braid is ridiculously loose. So as easy as it sounds to spool a line, it's just not that simple. So we're gonna go out to some big water and try to drive away and get this thing really locked down and really tight, and then we'll start musky fishing for a little bit. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this little video. Awesome rod and reel here, super excited about it. I think we're gonna catch some fish on it this year, and pretty cool that I can finally do some figure eights and some real musky fishing. Love trolling, but hopefully this year we can try to get one casting. So let's get in there, see if we can rip some lips. All right, before I get too much farther, I figured I'd show you. I know it's windy, but the cover plate's got the finger trigger back here, and then so if it does fall off, I wanted to show you what I've got going on here. I've got it wrapped around this plastic gasket right on the inside, and that screw right there is just kind of a cosmetic screw for the outside. So I wrapped the line around there and then screwed it back in really tight, so if anything does happen, that plate is not coming off. And now that I've got that plate on there and the wind's picked up, we're gonna go and try and toss around a couple lures for a few minutes to see if we can snag something. Not super optimistic. I talked to a few guys on the way and no luck. But however, we got the rod and reel set up, super excited about it, and can't wait to start ripping some lips. Well, y'all, I hope you enjoyed some of those clips from today. We got out there, tossed around a couple lures. I'm really having trouble getting that line dialed in pretty good, so it's gonna probably be a little trial and error setting the brakes and the drag on that reel. But overall, that rod can launch a lure a million miles, it feels like. You get a good cast where no backlash or anything, it's really good. But over time, when that line shrinks a little bit and tightens onto the reel some, that thing is going to be insane. It's going to be a musky killer. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're really interested in musky fishing, I highly recommend spending some money and getting some quality gear. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe and let me know if you guys have any other musky gear you think I should get, try, review, anything. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.